Hi everyone! It's Midsummer Garden Update time! Here we go! So all of my marigolds and these flowers that I got at the farmer's market died. I guess they couldn't take the summer heat. So I took them all out and I thought, why the heck not try a couple of, carrots in there. So that's what I did for that. There's the dog's pool. Is that your pool over there? Mm-hmm. You like that one, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of these guys. These like little pansies, I think. They just really couldn't take it. But I really like what the marigolds do as far as keeping the bugs away. So I planted some marigolds right here and they're starting to come up, which is nice. These poppies, I really think that they are just a spring flower and they are not meant to handle heat because literally every single one of my poppies has died. So, except for that one. There's nothing in there for you to eat. Okay. The peas, so gaping holes kind of where the peas were because as you can see they're brown and dying, and peas are more of a spring plant, and so once they like truly died off, I took out most of them. And like over here I planted some late summer pole beans, which should climb right up onto this top wire here. And I planted a cauliflower right here, and that's probably going to take a while to come up, but it's a brassica. It's a cold weather vegetable, so I'm hoping that by the time it's ready to harvest, it will be probably a little cooler, mid-September or so. And the turnips, I really had to take a lot of my turnips out. I planted them way too close together, and they did not like the heat, no matter how much I watered them. So some of them are doing all right. My bok choy didn't like the heat either. I'm guessing that's probably also a brassica. Still learning about all these plants. So this little bugger went to flower, but you know what? They're kind of pretty and the leaves are still delicious. So I might just pick off some of the leaves and eat them. The beets, a lot of them, again, that's a spring or early fall vegetable, root vegetable. So they didn't do that well. Carrots. Oh, hi there. There's like a little carrot coming up. The ground that I have them in, I mean, this is a raised bed and we dug it about 1.5 feet, if not 2 feet into the ground and put soil in it. It just got so compact. I mean, as you can see, there's like a ton of space between where the actual ground is and the bed. The soil used to be up here, but it's really so much more compact now, and it's kind of just, the roots are just struggling to kind of go with the flow. I'm just hoping that at least I have some decent sized carrots. We'll see. These little zinnia flowers back here. No, I'm sorry. These are nasturtiums. I lied. This sunflower. Ugh, poor guy. Okay, that sunflower compared to that sunflower, this guy is just riding the struggle bus hardcore. Oh, my peppers. Where's a pepper? There's a pepper on here. Here we go. Couple jalapeno chili peppers on there. In the back here we have a eggplant and it's got 2 flowers on it. I hope they get pollinated. That'll be fun. Look at my celery that I transplanted from the store. That's so fun. Spinach, it's not my favorite really. It's just not doing very well. Hi friend. In the heat. The basil is just loving life though, and these banana pepper plants are just so big and they are producing lots of banana peppers. I have pickled probably 2 jars worth now of banana peppers and they are delicious with jalapenos. I am all about that life. Here's my little zinnia. I transplanted this from my dad's apartment probably like about 1.5 months ago, and it's just so pretty. They're just so bright and they attract all the pollinators to pollinate my cucumbers. This cucumber plant back here is all up on this wire and I'm so happy about it. Let me just back up for a second because these tomato plants, wow, look at the friggin' size of these tomatoes. They're enormous. This is an heirloom tomato plant. I got all sorts. I've had to tie this sucker up like 4 different times because the tomato cage that I got for it was a joke. It was a joke. So this is an indeterminate tomato plant, so it's just gonna grow until the cows come home. This is a dwarf indeterminate, but it's still a dwarf, so this cherry tomato plant is just, you know, it's only gonna be about that high. This Big Daddy tomato, Big Daddy, this is also an indeterminate. This is about the size that it's going to get. I would say, let's see, there's my hip. It's about at my hip. But this guy just keeps growing. This one on the end, these two on the ends are just enormous. And I've had to trim them quite a bit so that they don't take over my blueberry bush. But I guess, you know, they're just gonna keep on going. There's tons of tomatoes in there. I really can't wait for them to turn red. Probably gonna all turn red at the same time, and then I'm gonna freak out because I'm not gonna know what to do with 1,000 tomatoes, which is probably a pretty good problem to have, right? The blueberries are doing pretty well. That's a pretty little guy. Oh, it's so good. The marigolds, hi beauties. These keep the deer away. This is Brussels sprout. This Brussels sprout gives 0 fucks, man. This is out and about. My zinnia in the back. Gallatree looking really sad and suffering a very terrible blight and fungus, and I can't seem to fix it. A lot of raspberries. Oh, I love them. They're so tasty. I got a June bug trap, so I could trap all of the June bugs, try to keep them off my plants. But, you know, there's like kind of a sick and twisted joy that I get coming out to the garden and just, you know, flicking the June bugs off in the morning. I'm telling you, it's fun. All right, cukes. They're doing all right. Little, you know, little issue there, but it's been really dry, and then it'll be like hella moist and 1,000 degrees, and so any sort of mildew or fungus is like, hey, all up in my plants, and that's kind of annoying. So I'm constantly having to do hydrogen peroxide sprays and trimming back the dead leaves and stuff. But today was a nice sunny day. They got a lot of sun today. Broccoli. I've been harvesting the broccoli like crazy lately because every time my 4-year-old asks for macaroni and cheese, she has to have broccoli in it. I want macaroni and cheese with broccoli. So I gotta come out here and get broccoli. Wow, the runners on my strawberry plants are wild. Like trying to come out in the walkway here, excuse me. Please return to your assigned seat. I love how great they're doing. That fish emulsion is just so great. My herb box is doing great. Well, hi there, Mr. Beauregard friend. What are you doing besides looking adorable? Haha. These flowers, I think the last video I took, these flowers were like, they were looking like, you know, DNR, dead in the bed kind of thing. Sorry, nurse joke. Bad nurse joke. But they're looking like really, really lively and pretty. My dill has pretty much flowered, but I put some of those flowers in a pickle jar earlier and made some pickles, and it smells and tastes delicious, so I'm not mad about it. The lemon balm, the mint, totally gonna make mint mojitos again. Oh, my cilantro starting to flower. I picked a whole bunch of cilantro today, actually. So this lettuce I harvested a couple days ago, and only 1, 2, 3, 4 grew back, and then the other ones kind of just died, and I pulled them out, and I planted a summer squash there because that's the kind of life I want to live. Harvested a lot of this cilantro today. Harvested a lot of this lettuce today. I sent my mom home with like 3 bags of lettuce, and I had some relatives over today, so I just fed them all kind of salad and stuff. And it was super fun. You can see my spaghetti squashes in the background. The one in the way back is starting to turn yellow, which is awesome. There's this giant sunflower plant that is as high as I can reach. They are so tall. Finally, my bell pepper plants. There's a little bell on there. There's one back here too. Those are gonna be great. Got some chili peppers here. Habaneros. Yeah, baby. These are like growing like crazy. Look at this daikon radish. Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna let this sucker go until it falls out, basically. More peppers are doing good. The zucchini are just, I mean, I had to like support them with bricks. They're just out and about, just climbing everywhere, making squashes. The beans are doing all right. I haven't seen any. Wait a minute. Is that a bean? Oh my God, there's beans on there. That's so exciting. I haven't had any beans yet. That's great. Almost made it up to that top wire. And I just planted some more Kentucky Wonder beans today, so hopefully we'll have some on the other side. Brussels, kale, and this is kale that I literally cut like half of it out today and bagged up, so this is like forever growing. It's my blackberries. All of these sort of like paler white stalks are going to be next year's blackberry bushes, and I really hope that they do okay during the winter because I just love them so much. These raspberries are so tasty. Anyway, midsummer garden. Things are looking good. Come by for a visit.